So thank you for jumping on tonight to the team call. I'm going to go ahead and bring up my screen share for you guys. We have just a quick review of what used to be the 3 vital behaviors is now, oh, you know what? Hold on a second. Let me mute you guys. Is now the 4 vital behaviors. And really the 4th one is something that in a way we've all been doing here and there, but it's something that is very, very important. And so we're going to be talking about that tonight. But to get started, some reminders. We all should know probably by now that Hammer and Chisel is on sale. You can do it as a challenge pack with Shakeology or the Performance line. So for any new coaches, the Performance line that comes in a challenge pack is the Chocolate Recover. Delicious. Really has helped me when I did Hammer and Chisel with muscle recovery and not being so sore after workouts. And for me, I also struggle with getting all of my red containers in every day. So that Performance line counts as a red as a protein. So that helps as well. And it comes with the Energize, which is the pre-workout. I use that. My husband uses it. We both use both actually. So that's on our home direct now too. But those are great for Hammer and Chisel. Also, big thing here, until the 11th of the month, PiYo and the 3-day refresh are actually on special still for $140. I just checked the FAQs because it's still showing up online as on sale, and it shows in the FAQs for March that it's not coming down until April 11th. So take advantage of that. In your challenge group event invites coming up, you can post about the 3-day refresh. I know that Katie had some great suggestions on wording that she posted on the team page tonight about, hey, I just ordered the 3-day refresh. A couple of us are going to be doing it together. Who else wants to do it? You can lose, 3 to 5 pounds in the 3 days and, lose the bloat, break bad habits, whatever you want to say. But that has had her a couple of 3-day refresh signups. Also for the United States, the Ultimate Reset Challenge Pack will be going on sale April 18th. By then, I will be done with the program. I will be sharing my before and afters probably Monday. I'm done on Sunday. And that will be on sale for $275. It's normally, I believe, $305 as a challenge pack. Also, we have Summit coming up in July. If you're not on the wait list, you can still jump on the wait list. They're starting to take people off of that wait list. We also have our 2 hotel rooms booked, and we do have 2 spots available in the room still. So if anybody wants to tag along with us, just stay in the hotel, enjoy Nashville, Tennessee, you can still come to the super workout. They don't check for wristbands at that one, which is a big workout with everybody all together out in the street. We made national TV last year. Another update is the new orange flavor for the Performance line will be coming out. Oh gosh, I forget the date. I believe it is in the next 2 or 3 weeks. I have it written down in my notebook. So be on the watch for that. They said that it tastes basically like an orange creamsicle. So if you like those orange popsicles when you were a kid, that's what it sounds like it tastes like. Also, April 18th, we have our Goal Crushers group coming up. So check out the event invites on the team page for that and for information. We are getting super excited and pumped up about that. Basically, anybody who's Emerald and above, who's working on their business and really making 2016 your year and kicking things off and building that momentum, we will be having a group where we'll be focusing really on our goals for this year and moving things forward. Also at Super Saturday, they announced the next Super Saturday will be on August 6th. So mark your calendars for that. Once I know more information about location and times and all of that, I'll be sharing that on the team page. But for right now, I would just mark that weekend off in your calendars. Some recognition. I know I posted some of this yesterday with my personally sponsored coaches, which is what we're going to talk about again tonight with recognition. But so far for the month, we have a Success Club. Miranda has 3 points. Lisa has 2. Carrie has 2. Wendy has 2. And Lori has 1. So starting the month off strong. It's only the 6th of the month. I know for me, I just got my event invite created and inviting people and talking to people. So do the same. Be posting in that event invite. Be making it a party. Share before and afters. Share the progress that you're having. Share what your challengers are noticing. Share what a meal plan might look like. There's so many ideas to make that event invite a party. Share what they'll be getting with joining you in a challenge group, even doing a video in an event invite and talking to people. The more that you can talk to people, the more that they can feel like they know you on a one-on-one basis, kind of how we do on our calls. Also, team builders for the last week. This is the last week, not just this month. But for the last week, we have Melissa added a coach, Miranda, Sam, Tara, and Wendy all added a coach in the last week. So way to go, ladies, on building your teams. So just jumping right into those 4 vital behaviors. Some of this is going to be review, but it's really good to listen in, take notes, and really apply these things that we're going to talk about tonight, because really when it all comes down to it, you ask any coach who's really moving their business forward, top producing coaches who are in the top of the company, they all talk about the 4 vital behaviors and how this is really what is the core of their business. So being a product of the product. This is huge. I know for me, when I have fallen off track with my programs and dabbled with them, or just totally fell off track with my nutrition, it's harder to share things with people. It's harder to inspire other people. It's harder to come up with your posts for Facebook and for Instagram or wherever you're using social media. It's harder when you are not being a product of the product to be a leader in your challenge groups. So here's what I'm telling you. Find a program and stick to it, whether it's the 3-day refresh, the 21-day fix, size. They're great programs where in either 3 days, 21 days, 30 days, you're going to get results. Even if you aren't done with a program, say you're doing a program that's longer, it's 60 or 90 days, share weekly progress photos, share monthly progress photos. You can still be sharing your transformation even though there's not a complete before and after. I even love like face-to-face Fridays. I will do that for me because my face looks so much different now that I have cleaned up my eating over the last few years. I'm not so puffy in my face. I look slimmer just because of that, even though my weight really is about the same. It just fluctuates about 5 pounds typically. I can see that difference and other people can too. So finding that program and sticking to it. I mean, think about it. You joined coaching to help hold yourself more accountable and inspire other people. So when it all comes down to it, this is important. This is so important for yourself. And on those days where, you don't, I just hit my steps for the day. We're sitting here. When you don't feel like working out, or you just are like, I didn't get my Shakeology and I'll get it tomorrow. Remember why you are doing this. Remember how you feel after you do that workout. Remember how you feel even 5 minutes into that workout. You're never going to regret doing your workout. Also, sharing your story. It doesn't have to be a whole book if you don't like to blog. For me, I'm not a huge blogger. I don't like to read long blogs. Typically, I might skim them, but I don't read them. So you have to find what's best for you, because that's who you're going to attract to you. You're going to attract like-minded people. And with your story, you can even share tidbits. Like, I used to really struggle with nutrition, and it's something that I'm a recovering food addict, and I'm a boredom eater, and I love chocolate. And it's okay to share not only those transformations that you're noticing and those non-scale victories, those good things, but also share the places that you struggle. That is actually where people can relate the most to you, is in your struggles. And by saying then, but to overcome my struggle, this is what I'm going to do, and inspire people that way, taking those struggles and turning them into progress and turning it into something amazing that you're going to do, a program that's helping you, or that's helped you in the past to get over those struggles. Sharing about coaching and how coaching has made a difference for you. For some of us, personal development is huge, and that has made a big difference for us. So sharing anything that is part of your story and little tidbits here and there, pretty much every single day. If you go back and look at my Facebook posts, almost every single day I'm posting, whether it's about my transformation, my nutrition, my workouts, or coaching. Every single day, no matter what. That way, when people go to my Facebook or they're looking at their newsfeed, they're seeing me show up every single day, and that's what they find inspiring. Like I said, being a product of the product also helps with posting. I know for me, when I skip workouts, it is much harder to have those 3 posts a day or 4 posts a day because I don't have that workout picture to take, whether it's a picture of my sweaty self or my shoes or my workout program or just something with an inspirational quote over it. By working out, you're helping with your own positivity. You're helping yourself get those feel-good endorphins going, and it's going to help move your business forward. If you guys listen to Chalene Johnson and her podcast and all of that, the people who are most successful in any business, whether it is a dentist, whether it is a lawyer, whether it is a health and fitness coach, the people who are most successful work out every single day because those people have their creative minds going. For me, I keep a notebook while I'm working out open and the pen right there because I start coming up with these ideas while I'm working out. And I just jot them down. I kind of brain dump while I'm working out, as Chalene calls it. And so that's why it's also super important to be a product of the product. Of course, we're going to inspire, motivate, and encourage others. This is how it makes it easier to feel like we're just inspiring people and motivating people, and you won't feel so much like a salesperson by doing this. Don't want you feeling like a salesperson. It's icky. Of course, the next vital behavior is invite, invite, invite. And I know for me, I used to think oh, well, I'm just going to invite people to a challenge group. Well, there's so many different ways to actually invite. For me, I do each of these every single day. I add my new friends. So on Facebook, my like page, Instagram, even asking for referrals. I asked, I think, 5 or 6 people today for referrals who want to join my next challenge group, and they've already done my challenge groups. So I let them know hey, I keep my challenge groups open to those new challengers first so I can help them get started. If there's room to add other people, I will let you know. However, do you have any friends or family that might be interested in joining the group with us? And then I've gotten tonight 7 so far names of people from referrals that I didn't have to pay on my ad or anything like that or go searching on Instagram. I've been able to just find these referrals through people who've already been working with me, who are already having success. And then I say, great, that's awesome. Now they're bumped to the top of my list for the returners who are going to jump into my challenge groups because they've given me those referrals. I'm going to, respect that. So always adding the 2 to 5 friends every single day. Then I go to my challenge groups and I invite every single day to a challenge group, not only through the event invite, but through private messaging as well. So I go through and I max out the number of people I can invite to a challenge group. I'm taking full ability to use that challenge group event invite to reach people, because that is a way to not feel salesy. If you're inviting them to a challenge group event invite, that's not being salesy. I know for me, I have been added to probably 3 groups a day where people are just selling stuff that I didn't even ask to join. So we aren't doing that to people. If they don't want to join the challenge group, all they have to do is click not going, and they're not going to get the notifications anymore of what you're posting. But what I do is every single day, I will message at least 2 people, just reconnecting with them, saying, hey, how are you doing? How has work been? How was vacation? Whatever it might be. And then telling them hey, I just thought of you because I have a challenge group coming up on April 18th. And I know before wasn't the best time to get started. Was wondering if you're ready to get started now. And literally, that's what I say. Maybe they weren't able to get started before because they were going on vacation, or, money was tight and they needed to save, or it was tax time, or whatever it might be. So I'm always following up with people and inviting them to my challenge groups. Even those people that said no before, I follow up with them every single month. Just saying, hey, how have you been? Are you ready to get started? Kind of a thing. Also, the coaching opportunity. I present the coaching opportunity to 2 people a day. Typically, and this is why challenge groups are so important, typically those coaching opportunity questions are coming from my challengers, or going to my challengers, I should say. I'm going to my challenge groups and I look for who's being a leader. And there's people that I ask over and over, and I hint at over and over, hey, you're already leading in the group. You already have a blog. You love to post about food. You love to work out every day already. You're doing what I'm doing. You're just not getting paid for it. Have you thought more about doing what I do? And usually the answer is yeah, actually I have been, but I just need to think on it some more. So that is that's okay. But at least you're letting them know, like, and I will literally even say to them, and I got this from a top coach on a national wake up call. I will say to them then, that's awesome. I'm so excited to hear that. I want you to know that you are on my dream team list. Like, I can't wait to have you on my team. And that makes them feel important and special. So I always let them know that as well. So personal development. I'm sure you guys are like, oh, here Annie goes on personal development again. But it's so important. I know from experience from not doing it for the first 6 months or so of actually coaching to from that moment forward, taking a turn on my business and started applying personal development, it made a huge difference in my business. So when in doubt, turn to personal development. It is huge. It is so important with your business. Whenever I start to feel like kind of like, oh, well, what am I going to do next? Or I'm super unmotivated to work on my coaching today, or, the sky's gray and rainy today, I just want to sleep. I turn on my personal development and literally within 10, 15 minutes, I'm fired up again. So make sure that you're diving into that personal development. The other thing that I want to talk about with personal development is there is a difference to me between personal development and professional development. Some of you might be familiar with this already, but if not, personal development are things that I like to either read or listen to that help me personally. So maybe it's self-confidence. Maybe it is, on nutrition books. My girlfriend sent me the book, The Champagne Diet. So that's more to me like a personal book that I'm reading. But professional helps you with your business building. So I've been listening to the book, and I just finished it today while I was walking on the treadmill, a leadership book. And so that was more of a professional development, not so much a personal, because I'm not looking for leadership in my personal life. I'm looking for leadership with my team, to help my challengers more. So making sure that you're really trying to touch on both of those. There are some books that fall under both categories, such as when I read The Compound Effect. There were so many moments that I was like, oh, that's great for my personal life. Like, he had an analogy of buying Starbucks every day and how it's not only, just to throw out a number, it's not only $5 a day times 7 days a week, but then there's also interest on that. If you would have had it in your bank account, that would have been more than $5, and how you can grow rich by compounding those interests over day, over day, over day. So that was huge for me personally, but there was also the compound effect of all these small little things, such as the 4 vital behaviors that we do every single day, compound over time. You're not going to always notice a difference today or tomorrow, but over time, over the next month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, when you're here in a year, that's when you're going to notice the compound effect of what you're doing. Even if your personal development is 10 minutes a day, that is crucial for your business. I hear of some coaches who spend an hour a day on just reading. For me, that would put me to sleep. So I make sure to spend time on Audible or on my podcasts. I have found a couple of new podcast stations. I can share them with anybody that's interested, that are more business related. So that's professional, because I was running out of professional development to do other than my books that I'm reading or listening to. So make sure you're diving into Audible books. Audible is, I believe it's $14 a month, but that gives you a free book credit every month. So to me, that's worth it. That's like buying a book, but you have it forever. Your audio is the Audible books or the podcast as well. So making sure you're diving into those. And then the fourth new vital behavior is recognition. So this is something that you guys see me doing all of the time on the team page, but this is something for all of us to really dig into. And there's actually in the Coach Online office, they put on there today in the news and updates, a FAQ on it. So that might help you to just check that out. It's super short and sweet. I looked at it while I was waiting to get on the call tonight. But one of the things that was there was nothing is too big or too small to be recognized, was something that they put there in bold writing. And I was just like, that is so true. So not only should we be recognizing when we have new coaches, doing shout outs on the team page, do shout out on their personal page or on your personal page and tagging them. Of course, rank advancements, especially rank advancements within the first 30 or 90 days is huge. Be shouting out those people, team page, personal page, tagging them on their page. but even be shouting out when you have, or your coach has their first challenger, or somebody lost their first pound. I mean, how nervous is it to sometimes even just get started on our health and fitness journey? And so when somebody has lost a pound or 5 pounds or 10 pounds, recognize them in the challenge group, or, ask them if you can put a spotlight on them. This is something that Lacey started doing, is asking people if she can do a challenger spotlight every week. And she spotlights a challenger in her group that's doing awesome. So that's great. So within their challenge groups, recognize a coach if they are having a challenge group that's going awesome. So say one of your new personally sponsored coaches signs up and they're hosting a challenge group for the first time and they're doing amazing. Shout them out on the team page, give them some love on their personal page, and just let them know how proud you are of them, because it's not easy to have a successful, rockin', awesome challenge group all the time. My first 4 months of coaching, my challenge groups were horrible. I had no idea what I was doing. They also mentioned at Super Saturday on the video that they have kind of a system with even recognizing their coaches. So on Tuesdays, they recognize their personally sponsored coaches who have hit or have Success Club points. So that's what I did yesterday, because I thought that was a great idea. Even recognizing coaches who by the 10th of the month who have hit Success Club already, so 5 or higher. That's huge. That's an amazing goal to have by the 10th of the month, to have Success Club 5. Then it helps you to not be so stressed the rest of the month to hitting Success Club, because at least you've locked in 5, which is helping 3 people. Focus on the people. Also on Thursdays, recognizing the whole team, which usually I've been doing that on Thursdays or Fridays, recognizing the team for Success Club and adding coaches. Anyone who has the volume of 300 or higher. I think I mentioned this, your challengers, and doing the spotlights I mentioned Lacey's been doing too. So a question that's probably going through some of your heads is, where do we find the information about volume and our coaches with Success Club points? In your Coach Online office, I look at pretty much every single day, at least 3 or 4 times a week. Go to my business, and then my coaches, and then hold on, let me show you guys. Because next is just questions. So I want to show this to you guys. I'm going to bring up my back office just in case for anyone, especially new coaches, this isn't something that we always know. So you go to your Coach Online office and go to my business, my downline, and then the sponsorship drill down. You'll be able to see Success Club points, their current month and previous month, and then also be able to see their previous week volume. And that's where I look for volume for the team. So I do that every single week, no matter what, typically daily, because it's like my bank account. I like to check my bank account every single day to make sure nothing crazy is going on. So I do that even with my Coach Online office, as I go in there and I check my drill down to see, okay, who's going inactive, who's hit Success Club, who's close to Success Club, make sure that people are, hopefully keeping their ranks. And I let them know, hey, I just want to let you know I saw that, tomorrow or Thursday that things might be changing, that kind of a thing. Or if I notice somebody is going to be rank advancing, then I like to get myself ready for Thursday morning to give them a nice shout out on Facebook and on the team page. So those are things that I'm watching, is that drill down to see what my coaches and their coaches are doing, because you can also click on the little plus arrows next to the coaches who have coaches on their team, and you'll be able to see their team as well. So I told you I would be quick tonight, so I'll open it up for questions on any of that information that you guys might have. Oh, I see Mallory's on now. See if this will let me. There it goes. I'm going to unmute you guys. All right. So any questions on any of that information?
I'd be interested to learn more about the podcast you're listening to now.
Okay. I have just started them, so I haven't dug into them deep. And some of them, with podcasts, I can relate more to like women's voices. I don't know, even with the books that I listen to, I have an easier time listening to women versus men. But these are ones that I believe Bonnie Engel talked about in a team call I listened to. But one of them is EO on Fire.
Okay.
I'll post a screenshot.
Ego.
E is an elephant. O and then fire.
Okay. I thought you meant like stinky BO fire.
Oh, yeah.
That's why.
Right. And then the other one is 8-Minute Millionaire. And it's a husband and wife that talk about how they've built their business and struggles they've gone through and anxiety about their businesses and all of that. So those are the two new ones I've been listening to.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, they're more just strictly business related. And typically they're around 20 to 30 minutes each. So it's like a nice car ride kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any other ideas that we could do or for recognition for people, whether it's challengers or on the team? I know. I think we're hitting all of the nails there. They had some more ideas in the Coach Online office and the breaking news, but I think that I pretty much got them all. Sometimes having just a system like Tuesdays doing your personally sponsored and then Thursdays doing the whole team is nice because it's a system. That way, I know for me when I didn't have the system, it was easy to forget to do it. What about, do you guys ever do in your challenge groups, like have you ever done, this is something that I've done before and it worked really great, especially when my challenge groups kind of got quiet, especially on the weekends, is a weekend challenge and giving a prize to the person who, participates the most in the weekend challenge, or you can do 2 prizes, whatever. And it can just be something small like a Shakeology packet. But another coach has done that and I tried it for a couple of weekends and I think it was February. It was December. In December, I did it because things got super quiet because people were so focused on parties and holiday parties and all of that. But if you feel like your challenge group is kind of coming to like a quiet time, especially near the end, I'll throw in like, hey, on Friday, let's have a weekend challenge. And from Friday till Sunday night, then on Monday, I announce the winner of the prize. And that's been helpful. And then recognizing those people, of course. So more than just like doing the grand prize at the end, doing even just weekend challenges, or I've seen coaches do even a whole week. Each week is a prize and there's a grand prize at the end. Another recognition thing that I like to do too, it's fun, is on Facebook in the Messenger. Like even when I'd be like on my lunch break at work, I would just like pick a couple coaches or challengers and I would send them a voice recorded, like, I'm super proud of you kind of a thing from the heart, letting them know like that I've recognized that they've been posting every single day in the challenge group, or, that I can really see that they're having more energy and more positive, whatever it be. But doing the little recorded Facebook message is nice. And it helps your challengers that maybe you don't know super well to get more of your personality as well. It's nice for me because I don't always know my challengers personally. I know them through Facebook and that's about it. That's another recognition thing that I guess I do, that I just do and don't think of it even being recognition. But yeah, that's it. 30 minutes. I told you I'd be quick.
I have a question.
Nope, it's 30 minutes.
Yeah, I have a question though.
Okay.
Always. I know we talked about it before on a call about adding personal development in challenge groups. Just like kind of like a reflection or like something like that. I don't know if people have been doing it. So I just wanted to ask what if people are like different links and stuff that they've been using.
Oh, for personal development?
Yeah, like in your challenge groups. Like for
I
your
will go to, for me, I go to Shalene's, the Shalene Show website, and I just copy and paste links from that, like the eating out on weekends and, you know,
I use
how to
that.
get motivated when you're unmotivated to work out. I'll post
Mhm.
those within my challenge groups here and there. That way, if somebody's interested in it, they can listen to it. But it's kind of letting them know, like, that's kind of what we, you know, leading them into coaching in a way. I know a good person to ask, though, would be Morgan Keene says that she uses it a lot in her challenge groups. I know that Melanie Mitro has her challengers read either the compound effect or the slight edge. I have read both, and I will say that the compound effect is an easier read than the slight edge. So the compound effect might be a good book for your challengers to read when they join a challenge group if you want to do something like that. Like I said, I know Melanie Mitro does that, but I have not had them read books. I've just done links to different personal development kind of stuff. I mean, Shalene has on that station even things like why it's important to wash your vegetables and to use like a cleaner kind of a thing, which might be good for people to hear if they don't know about that kind of stuff and if they're interested.
Something else that we've done in our challenge groups that our challengers really like is Autumn has all kinds of really quick meal prep videos. I post them on the weekends and it gives the challengers ideas. They really like it.
That's a great idea. I've always thought about that, and I always like see her videos, but never have thought to like really post them in the group.
Thanks, Nicole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She has a lot on her YouTube page.
So go subscribe to her YouTube. And for me, something that I've been doing with my YouTube is you can create a playlist on your YouTube, and then I just create a playlist like challenge group. And I just put any videos that I want my challenge group people to watch in that playlist. So that could be something that you could do too. But that's great because for me, I've done some of my own meal prep videos and things for my challengers, but I'm sure hers are much more specific than mine are. More professional. I don't know. But yeah, those are great ideas.
Oh, and if people get pushback from coaches or whoever doing personal development and, you know, buying books or whatever, I've been going to the library and getting personal development books. And then I have a time frame that I know I have to read it within before I have to return it. So I'm more apt to read it. And I had my cousin do that because she doesn't have the money to spend, you know, 15, 20 bucks on a book at Barnes & Noble. So she's been going to the library.
That's a great idea.
That's a good idea I wanted to share with you girls.
Even to go and just sit and read at the library too, and to have that quiet time away from home so you're not distracted. Mm-hmm. That's how I get sometimes. Like I can go on vacation and read a half a book or a whole book, but at home I have a hard time reading 10 pages because I'm just distracted.
Mm-hmm.
Great ideas. Love it. See, even being that one of the leaders on the team for you guys, I'm always learning from you guys. You guys have great ideas and great questions. Awesome. Do you guys have, I'm always looking for ideas, whether it's for my challengers or my coaches or the coaches on the team, about like prizes for your challengers or coaches hitting goals. Do you guys have any ideas for like gifts that are like $10 or $15 or under? I know I've gone to Five Below recently and picked up like a bunch of tank tops and things like that were $5 or less, but
headbands.
I even thought to myself when Lacey posted about her speaker in her shower, that would be like a great gift for coaches who hit like Success Club 5 or 10 or higher. You know, because you can, Lacey, where did you get that? Did you get it like Amazon or at like store?
It was on clearance at Walmart. It was $5.
See, you could pick some of that kind of stuff up for coaches on your team and just send it to them, or challengers, whatever. But, you know, they could dance in the shower or whatever. But
Sometimes I find good prizes at TJ Maxx too, in the little area where they have fitness stuff. I'll find really cute like Under Armour headbands or
Yep.
hair ties for like $4 or $5.
Yep, I do that with TJ Maxx and Marshalls. That's where I get a lot of my books at and stuff too. Or there's like the magnets that have like a meal planner magnet that you can like put on your fridge, or like a shopping list. I'll send those for like especially like my clean eating groups or my healthy eating groups. That way they have like something that they can write their grocery list on, and it's stuck on their fridge. And it's not super expensive to mail. It's pretty easy to mail since it's small-ish. I used to do the Shakeology shaker cups a lot because you can get them like in a box of 10 or 6 or something like that off the Coach Online office, but it was hard to mail them. It's easy to give to people you see, but if you don't, those are harder to mail. So I don't try not to like guarantee those to people. So yeah, headbands, even a book or a journal. There is I don't know I think I've shown it to you guys, but some of the newer coaches might not know about it. There is a 21-day fix journal that I got. One of the challengers in my big challenge group recommended it back before Christmas. And I want to say it's like $12, and you could ship it straight to them, so you don't even have to deal with shipping if you wanted to, you know, that extra cost and hassle. So that is something that I did that once. I sent somebody one of those books as a gift for like one of the, you know, the prize winner in the challenge group. That way they can track on paper their nutrition and workouts. So that's another one that I've done. Awesome. All right. Well, I will let you guys go. I told you I'd keep it short and sweet tonight. Next week, we're going to have a guest speaker on. She's from another team. Her name is Kristen. I spoke on her team on Monday night this week. So next week on Wednesday night, she's going to be speaking to us about stepping outside our comfort zone. So that will be a great call for everyone. I know that even for me, I need to step outside my comfort zone more with things. So I'm interested to see what tips and information she has to share. So next week, Wednesday, I'll get on at 8:30 again for anyone who has questions or concerns or struggles that you want to talk about. Just leave it open floor for everyone. It's nice I can screen share with you guys that way too. And then we'll start the call at 9 o'clock. So have a great night, and thanks for jumping on, you guys.